Welcome to another edition of the Social Proof Podcast. We have an amazing guest here, which you got a roller coaster of a story and a depth of knowledge, so I'm excited about this. You're pretty successful. Would you call yourself successful?
I would.
In what regard?
In every regard. I'm successful in life, meaning like I have gone through so much. To be here right now, sitting at you and not in a mental institute, maybe I am successful. Then in business wise, I've just been blessed in business.
That's what's up. All right, so we're about to get into this conversation. I got a lot of heaviness right now.
Okay.
One, we just had a conversation with a therapist, sitting there talking to Dion about feelings and emotions and people dying and stuff. I don't know where this conversation is going to go, and I know you've been through so much in your life, but let's just see where this thing goes, man. Okay. You can introduce yourself if you don't mind.
Okay. Hi, I'm Joi. I'm your business bestie.
Business bestie?
Business bestie.
Explain that.
I've been a business attorney since 2004, and then I've been a serial entrepreneur since 2006. So I combine the legal the legal world plus the real business building world together.
You're currently a practicing attorney?
I am currently your business bestie. I'm not a practicing attorney.
Okay.
I haven't practiced since my son was born, so 2012.
Okay, so 14, 15 years ago, what made you stop practicing as an attorney though?
I had a horrible pregnancy and I was sick every single day. So I started a hair boutique that just took off. So I was making more money selling hair than what I was doing.
Really?
It took off.
Wow. Oh, that's a good reason.
And then I found a business where I didn't make money, where I had to show up. I could make money and not be there, be out of town. So I said, well, I like this because, being a lawyer, you have to show up. And, So when I was pregnant, I was sick. I can't go to court. And I was like, I need to find something that can replace $20,000 a month. And just started selling hair extensions, and it just took off. Then that blossomed to a hair salon, which blossomed to 10 locations. And I've just been going and going and going and going.
So what is your main business now?
My main business now is teaching other entrepreneurs how to start and grow their business.
Any business?
Any business.
You can help someone start and grow any business?
Any business. The business blueprint is the same. You just change the product or the service that you're selling.
What's your like kind of high level business blueprint for the entrepreneur?
What do you mean?
Like if I got a few components, right, of an entrepreneur, especially in this day and age, then I just base it off these three pillars: content, community, and cash flow. Okay. And those are like just the foundation of how I help a business owner start, right? Because what I found is one of these are missing.
Gotcha.
If it's not working. So overarching, if you're talking to a bunch of entrepreneurs, what are some of the foundational things that we need?
Okay. So it'd be number one, business structure. So having the proper LLC or corporation, having the proper contracts in place. If we have assets, how are we protecting the assets? So having a holding company and then multiple LLC. So getting your business structure, contracts together. Now we got to get our funding, right? So I believe in doing something that's not going to tie you with a monthly note, because starting that business, you're already going to have enough monkeys on your neck or stress with getting that business going. So getting either business grants or business funding that's only in the EIN. Now we got to go and get our
Real
target.
Quick, I'm so sorry. Hold on. So with the funding part of it, are you saying that we should start out with loans?
No, I didn't say loans.
Grants.
Start with business grants or bootstrap it. Take the nails off, take the lashes off, get out the hookah bar, right? Get out the Neiman's, put all that aside. When I first started, I was an attorney, right? And when I started my hair salon, I turned in my brand new Jag and got me a Toyota Sequoia, and everyone was laughing at me. But the additional $500 a month that I could save on the car note and insurance, that helped me put that money back in my business. So now 2 years later, the Toyota Sequoia turns to the Rolls Royce Ghost, but it's all because y'all laughed at me for 2 years. Yeah. Now I got my stuff together. Now I can come out and build my and grow my business. See, we want to look good and you're not going to look good starting the business.
Yeah.
You got to just, just take away all that stuff. You probably have enough. If you get out of Starbucks, if you get out of going out to eat, you take the nails,
talk about it.
Take it all off and put all that in your business. It's going to grow, and that's going to then, you're going to have the cash flow that will then fund all what you put aside and then give you also more.
But we come from a different era where it was about us in our mind, in our room, going out to make a sale. We really didn't have to consider social media as a branding play. It's like, yo, I got this product. I can calculate how many people I can sell this to make this amount of money, and we go out and get it. But I think social media has changed entrepreneurship in maybe a good way, but it's a lot different. It's a lot different. They don't really understand bootstrapping like that.
I think social media has changed the perception of entrepreneurship. To me, it's still the same. So I may be able to look good. I can go rent a car and be in an Airbnb and say, hey, I'm this and that, where back in the old days, like we had a business card, you had to actually go out and, drum up the business. So I can maybe look like I may have more. And if it's on social media, you don't really know what everything is, but business is the same. Now, I do think you can get your business hotter quicker on social media with great content. Where my salons, I'm spending $50,000 a month just on the radio. Like now you don't even have to be on the radio. You can just turn on and be on TikTok, be on Instagram, be on Facebook, and just generate sales. So social media has made it more cost effective, but I think that the foundation of a business and what it takes to really grow a business is going to be the same.
I agree. So structure, funding, what's next?
Marketing. You have to know who your target audience is. Once you know who they are, now we know how to market to them. Once you know how to market to them, just go put yourself where they are. So when I first started the Hunt Law Group, I had left the firm doing asset protection, business structure, all of that. This is going to be circa 2005, 2006. So entrepreneurship wasn't big back then. It was that six-figure job, right?
For sure.
So I had to start off doing criminal law. So where are the criminals at? So I'll be at the club on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday during the week.
The club.
And because what's going on? DUI, assault and battery, and everyone who comes to me, I'm passing out my business card, and I'm generating business. Right now, it's like, okay, well, where can I get someone to pay me $15,000, $20,000 without having to ask grandma and all that? Where are they hanging out at? And they're at the strip club. So I went to the hottest strip club in Houston, and I had my picture on the bathroom stalls of the men's and the women's bathroom.
Wow.
Because I know who my target audience is, I'm going to put myself right where they are. So in the strip club, we have prostitution, we have possession with intent to distribute, we have a whole lot of stuff going on there. So I'm going to put myself right there. And once you understand marketing, now we have the cash flow. Now we're generating sales to pay the business and to pay us. And it's just growing and growing and growing and growing and growing.
This is good.
But marketing, I think, is so overlooked. Knowing how to get that person and bring them to you.
And you're doing well right now. But we had a conversation on live about a very tumultuous time in your life. And there's a lot of places you can go to get business strategy, but there's not a lot of places you can go to understand the psychology behind becoming successful, especially when everything is hitting you from every angle. And I don't think people understand that the higher you go, the harder those hits get.
Correct.
So you're an attorney, selling hair, doing great. When did it all come to a head?
Well, it all came to a head when I had my dealership and collision shop. And on the outside, I checked everything off. I had a great life if you look on the outside. But I was in a draining and miserable and toxic marriage.
What did the great life look like? Just describe a picture.
We have a house on 5 acres with a guest house. We have a Lamborghini, a couple Rolls Royces, all the bags you want, nanny, just living the good life, right? Living the good life. And with all those things, number one, you cannot be fulfilled. And a lot of people who live behind the gates are in a marriage that they feel like they're trapped in. And I think because I would say the upper middle class, it's not really discussed. Toxic relationships, financial abuse, you don't want to talk about it. It's embarrassing. Like, I'm not with someone who's hurting me. Like, I'm smart, this didn't happen. And so that's where I was.
What's financial abuse?
Financial abuse is when when someone withholds money from you. So I can't put my hands on a significant amount of money to be able to leave. For example, most times a man would be the provider and paying all the bills. So the wife may have an account that's for whatever she has to do or running around, but she doesn't have any real money or have access to the money to be able to go and move and up and leave if she wanted to. Financial abuse is we have money saving away, but now I'm moving that money into other accounts that you don't know about, but because you think we're good, you think we're 100, you're not even questioning me because, I'm the man, I'm the leader, I'm the head of this house. You're just trusting my guidance, but you have ulterior motives, so things are now being moved away. Financial abuse is using someone for their money. So I'm going to convince you to give me your savings, to give me your this for that, with no intention of paying you back.
I don't know. I hope I'm not financially abusing my wife. What? I'm better. I'm better with the finances, and she'll admit it. I'm better with the finances.
If she needed something that she needed, not I need these 10 Chanel purses, right? She would be able to have access to things, or she at least knows where things are. Yes. Financial abuse is when she thinks
she knows where things. She got a card. She has a card. I know she knows what's in the account and assets and all that, but I don't know if she's super concerned with that. But based on what you're saying, this could be financial abuse because I pretty much handle the finances. And
it's missing the intent. There has to be the intent to deceive.
Okay. Yeah. No. I'm not.
You don't have the intent to deceive. Yeah. You're just saying like this is what I'm good at. So let me man the money, and this is what you can go do, whatever. And and we are good on that.
Good. Okay. Cool.
You aren't saying, well, let me take this money, and now you're funding a whole nother family, or you're doing something else to where she won't be able to have access. You're not doing any of that.
But let's say, for instance, she wanted to leave me today. I mean, she doesn't have like a whole pot of money to leave me with.
If she were to leave you and you file for divorce, and in discovery they said, what accounts do you have?
Oh yeah, she got me. She taking me to the cleaners.
I'm saying sure. you would disclose.
Oh yeah,
okay.
100%. Okay.
So financial abuse is saying I'm going to put that money to where if she were to leave, she can't even get to the money so that she can get her fair share. It's an intent.
Gotcha. And I wouldn't, I would want her to. First off, this is never ever going to happen.
We're not even going to talk about it.
I was just trying to. I know I felt like kind of guilty while you were saying like, am I doing this? And I don't want to be in that scenario. So okay, but describe your financial abuse.
So my financial abuse is as I am, because when you're thinking about leaving and divorcing, it doesn't just happen today. Like okay, how is this going to work? What am I going to do? Boom, boom, boom. I can never get my hand on money. So if I get a check card, all of a sudden the money in that account is gone, and there may be like $5,000 in the account. But it was like way more than that just 2 days ago. Okay, well then I take another card, and all of a sudden the money's gone, right? Okay, so now I'm leaving. Like, okay, hey, like I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm gone. And we agree they're going to pay my bills for my house. It's up the street, and boom, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden I'm locked out of my business, and phones are blocked, and you're not getting your salary. And now we're in divorce court, and Texas has a cap on child support. Like the max you can get is $1,800, right?
A month?
Uh-huh.
What?
Unless you can show that the child has additional needs. So if I was married to a famous person and my child had a bodyguard, or they had like some kind of special, any kind of that, but no, there's a cap. So if anyone's getting child support, y'all need to move to Texas.
Oh, what? Goodness
There's
gracious.
a cap. So I'm not even thinking that we're discussing, I really even worry about finance because our mortgage is $12,000. So I know I'm not, I worry about the $1,800. But now that we're in divorce, now you want to act like we don't have any money. All the money's out of the account. And you want to act like your parents are paying our bills. And his parents have lived with us for the entire 12 years we were together, and they're on Social Security. So we pay for everything.
But I thought the business was joint. Was it his business and he was just working in it? Or?
So, okay. You know how we can sometimes, how we get ourselves and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have a car dealership. Originally it was in his name on the LLC. But, we went through an audit. We had a tax lien. So there's a finance company who will basically let you buy cars to sell them. Mm. They were like, well, we don't want to have your husband on as the guarantor. We want someone that doesn't have a tax lien. Mm. So then I put my father-in-law and my husband on the LLC. Well, no, just take your husband all the way off. So my father-in-law has been like our de facto owner. He's on the LLC, but we're running and everything. We're running the business. We're doing everything. We're funding everything. His name is just on the LLC. Yeah. So when I'm going through a divorce, I'm saying like, I'm not even tripping. Like I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping about the affair. Like, I don't want to mess up with the money because it took us a long time to get where we were. You don't want to mess these things up. So I'm saying I don't want child support. I don't want spousal support. I don't want to mess with the money. Just continue to pay the bills that I have over there. We're going to pay your bills. We'll sell the house, split and just move on. But now my father-in-law jumps in. And now he wants to say he's 100% of the owner. As my husband's face is the face of the company. This is kind of like, wait, I just bought you a Range Rover cash 6 months ago. I'm your dog. I don't have in-laws. These are my parents. We were like this, so I thought. But when God closed the door, he closed it for a reason. So I'm thinking I'm in this great family. We're going to divorce, but I saw myself still having holidays together, going on vacations together. Like you bring your boo up. Like we are still a family. What? Yes. I had a great, how Russell Simmons and Kamora Simmons used to be before all this? Like just a nice blended family. No.
How y'all get to that point though?
Oh, we're not there. I thought that's what this was going to be. And this showed me not. So not only did they lock me out the business, I had to sue and get an injunction and all that. We've been in litigation for 3 years. Now,
still?
Yes.
You're still there?
We're still there. We have a court date on October 11th. We're still there.
Oh my gosh.
So he wants to say I can leave, but I get zero. He wants to act like my father-in-law owns everything. And my father-in-law is agreeing with saying I own everything, although he's never put a dime into the business.
Wow. So going through that, right? So just where you're at, because maybe there's somebody that's listening that's going through the worst time in their natural life. If you can describe where you are, like how did you, like where you were at in that point and how did you get out of that?
Nothing but God. So if you are in a dark point, I would say it's going to get darker. So just be prepared for it to get darker.
It's going to get darker.
It's going to get darker. So January of 2022 is when I found out that they took all the money out of the account, that they locked me out the business, and they were just like deuces, right? So my mom paid my rent February 2022, because I didn't have anything. And I gotta pay these bills. I have my son. I just left December, so I was like working remote for about 1 month. So it's like I gotta still deal with the loss of the marriage, right? Because I thought I was gonna have a friend. Like, okay, we didn't work, but I thought we were gonna be friends. But you're cheating with employees, so no, we're not gonna be friends. Then I'm getting a divorce. Like I got to start all the way over at 40 something with no money. Like it's one thing to get a divorce, take my time and, heal. And I'm still having, I don't have to worry about things financially, but you want me to now get in this grease and to have to now start all the way over from scratch as you're riding around in your Rolls Royce, going to Miami, living your best. I'm over here thugging it out because my son is not going to do without. He's not going to, his lifestyle is not going to change. I ain't got to be in Chanel, but that little boy right there is going to have the same lifestyle. Well, how can this happen to me? I'm angry. There's 1,001 things going on, right?
Staying with your mom.
I wasn't, no, I have my own place. She paid my rent. But I just bought my mom a car. I'm used to helping her out. So when you are the financial go-to person and then you got to ask for money, it's just like,
There's a lot of things you can do with $500. I mean, you can have a night out with your significant other. You could buy some really expensive shoes. Well, really nice shoes are about double $500. You could buy a course where you can learn something for $500. But I have something better for you to do with the $500. I want to meet with you every single morning for the rest of your life. Well, maybe not the rest of your life, but every morning, Monday through Friday, for the rest of the year. I have information and game that have allowed me to build a successful business, a successful community, and a successful life all the way around. But I want to share that with you. But the only way we can accomplish this is not me selling you a course, not me giving you a one-on-one consultation, because even with that, you'll get the information, but you'll need more. I want to meet with you every single morning. Now, would I meet with someone every morning for $500 for a year? And the answer is yes. Actually, we've been doing this thing since 2017. We have what's called the morning meetup. Every single month, we have a theme, whether it's social media, whether it's motivation, whether it's strategy, whatever it is, we have a theme for the month. And every morning in that month, we have a conversation around that topic. And I am giving a wealth of knowledge, not only myself, but a lot of friends, a lot of people that you see on this podcast. They join every single week. So you need a community of people that you can grow with, and you need a coach. I'm your coach. The Morning Meetup is your community. Go to themorningmeetup.com. It's $499, and I will meet you every single morning for an entire year. Give it a shot.
And then everyone was looking at me like, girl, you know that nigga wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So no one feels sorry for me because they're all like, girl, you should have never. Then it's like, okay, how do I start all the way over? So I was mad for a while. But I just said, God, you got to show me what I'm supposed to do. And so, number one, I let it go. I listened to Keon Henderson. I dealt with resentment. I had to let that anger go. Because I saw myself getting on a plane, going to Houston, and just blowing everything. If I'm not having it, ain't no one gonna have. Like I was there.
Waiting to exhale vibes.
I was there. Okay. Like right now, I was there. I'm gonna show you the other side. But I was like, you know what, Joy? Your son's watching you. And if you've done it once, you can do it twice. I don't know why I'm having to start over. I don't know why I'm having to go. I don't know why. But I said, stop worrying about the why and just go win. Yeah. So I didn't know what I was going to do, though. So I just started talking about LLCs and business tips. And in that first, I just said, God, just give me my rent. They talk about you can make money online. I done threw a little Squarespace website up. She was real bootleg, right? I did LLCs, consultations, and I sold a digital product, a grant bundle.
LLCs, you are filing the LLCs for them.
Filing LLCs, doing business consultations, and selling a grant bundle. And God gave me 3 times my rent in March. And I said, God's telling me this is the lane. Okay, God, because God gives you signs, right? Okay, so God, you're saying I can make money this way? Bet. Now let me go put some makeup on, put some real clothes on. Now let me go look like, because I was broken. I'm exhausted. I was leaving a marriage where I got absolutely nothing out. I was just drained, right? So I was in therapy. I'm trying to heal me, be a mom, and start a business. So when you're in that stage, you got to let some stuff go. So the laundry may have to just sit on the couch and I had to put myself on the front burner for once.
Yeah. What was the plan you put together? You're in this mode. You're like, I got to make some money. Did you say like on your plan, okay, I'm gonna start filing LLCs because this is how much it costs, this is how much I could charge? Did you put that together, or was just like what people were asking you for?
I put the three things.
Did you drive Uber for a little bit?
No, I never drove Uber.
No, you wasn't? I think that would be my first go-to. You know what I mean? Like if I'm down in that situation, I'm gonna drive a little bit, make a couple dollars.
See, I'm a mom. I don't have a nanny. I'm a mom. Like I am a single mom. In Houston, I may have picked up my child from school twice in the 3 years he was in school there. Wow. So I have forgotten him before at school. I'll get my nail. Oh my God, I forgot nanny's not picking you up. Hold on. Like, so I am carpool mom. I am picking so there is no Uber. So I was like, okay, Joy, they can't take it from you. The one thing I am good at, the one thing I can do is business. So let me tell you something. Let me go and talk about business, because I have bought in so many ebooks, webinars, trying to learn the online space during COVID. And what's missing is the meat. Like no one's giving you the real meat. So let me go tell you how you're going to lose your house. Let me go tell you all the bad parts about business. You're not going to be a millionaire after you buy the course in 24 hours. It's not going to happen, right? So I'm just kept it real, just being myself, telling about business, and it just grew. It just grew. It just grew. And so
what was the strategies? Like posts or lives or what? I
did posts. And I did lives. I will put a Post-it note on the right hand of my camera because I don't want to see if it's one person, two. I was nervous, right? But I know lives would give me a bigger reach, because you may not be on my little bootleg page, but if you're bored and I pop up on live, you'll hit it. And then if I'm talking about something, so I used to just do live. Then God would just send people to me. Hey, can you do a podcast with me? And I'm like, who am I? Okay, sure. And he was just, now my page, 12,000 followers to 500,000 in 2 years, not one paid ad.
Wow.
God.
You had 12,000 followers.
February 2022.
What was it about you that made it grow?
You heard me say God. I'm not being funny. And I would love to say, hey, buy my course. Yes, I know business. Yes, I know how to market. Yes, I know about the colors, but I know business. Business growth is not that. That was God. See, God gives the increase. That was nothing but God. And at one point, I'm doing 1,000. I get 1,000 followers overnight, like night after. I'm like, Mom. She goes, oh my gosh, Joy, you have, she counts every follower. She's on every comment, that's mama. And she's like, Joy, okay, whatever you did last night, I'm like, Mom, this is God. This is God.
But here's the challenge with that answer. We can't teach that.
I'll teach this. God gives you the increase. You have to have the foundation. So like I just said, I did have a color scheme on my Instagram page. I showed up looking like something. I talked about, I was knowledgeable on what I talked about. I had a link tree, I had a website, I had all of the foundations. But the increase was what I would say what paid the bills is you have to have a real business. You can't have a Gmail account, right? You can't just hey DM me or cash. You got to have the full structure, Stripe or a POS system, a branded email address. You got to have a business social media page. It needs to have branded colors, not blue and red. What's the hex code, right? You got to show up on the camera looking like whoever it is that you are. Don't be on here, with a bonnet and no, baby, you are your brand. So you need to look like something at all times. Give more than what they expect. He's like, oh my God, you're giving away too much, baby. I have 20 years in experience. I could write a course, right? Times 10. I'm not giving away too much, because if you don't know me, you're not going to buy from me. So I need you to learn for free. If you learn for free, then you're gonna be like, dang, what's her paid content like? Let me then now push the button. See, we want to have a whole bunch of, one night stands with our clients. I want to just hit it. Versus I want to have a real relationship. So I have people all the time, you saved my mom's house. I was listening to your live and I followed you. I can't afford your consultation, but I look at your page. So if you go on my page, I'm going to show you the whole blueprint for free. Yeah. Now you want to get there faster. You want me to kind of give you like a precise lane of what you got to do. Then you'll book that consultation, but let them eat for free. They're going to keep coming to you, but forget coming to you. They're going to tell all their friends and family.
Yeah.
And then that's how any kind of business grows. That's the blueprint in anything that you're doing. But that's the thought pattern you have to have.
Mm-hmm. I think the hardest part about this is when you're going through something, it's really, really difficult to just get up and say, I'm going to do the work. It's easier said than done. And I can inspire somebody to say, yo, you got to get this structure and the foundation and just go. But it's something mentally or in their heart that won't allow them to get out of bed or get out of their funk. Did you have an issue dealing with that? Or you've just never been that type of person where I'm just going to let this kill me?
I've never been that type of person. You have to have a why. Why are you doing this? And it can't be anything monetary. Like, you have to have a why. Why am I busting my butt to do this? And that's what gets you up. Because when life gives you a Mike Tyson blow, you're going to be laid out. Like a little Mayweather, you can kind of hit it and, be okay. But that Mike Tyson blow, that's the big one. So what is your why? So when I was single, my why was I never want to depend on a man financially, because my parents went through a divorce. I was in college, and I saw my mom's life just change from middle class to now having have a roommate. And I was like, oh, you leave a man and all that? Oh, I got to have my own stuff. All right. So then when I was married,
you wound up in that.
Right, exactly, around no worse, right? When I was married, like I don't ever want my kids to have to apply for a job. I want to be able to provide them with a business that they're able to take over. Like, go to college for a year or two, get the experience, meet people, all of that. But you're going to have something that you can go ahead and run with. Yeah. Not have to get it out the mud. Now that when I was going through the funk, either you're going to have life blow take you out. But my thing is, you won't see me where you left me today. I won't be here when you come back. I'll be in a whole nother place. So take all that frustration and anger and go win. Just go win. Because when you go win, you help yourself. When you go win, it shuts all the naysayers up. Yeah. But if you if you just lay in bed, now you're stuck in the funk. Now you're stuck in the storm. It's just beating. You're going to just stay getting beat up? Yeah. No.
Do you have but it's still, when I'm in the funk, I'm in that joint. Okay. And it's almost like I can't get out of it until I'm out of it. Now, it doesn't take me long. Okay. But I've seen people where no matter how many motivational videos they watch, it doesn't seem to get better. And in fact, I get up, I get knocked down, I get up, I get knocked down, I get up, I get knocked down. But for the person who keeps going through that, it's even hard to defend why you should get up again, because the same thing might happen to you. So I don't know if you coach those types of people who feel so broken that I can't identify my why. I haven't, I don't have, if I do have a why, it doesn't push me hard enough for me to do something about it. And I'm trying to get into like the mental or emotional side of becoming successful for those that can't pull themselves out because they don't have the mindset that you or I have.
I think you have to have the mindset. I was like, my dad's he's in his 80s. So he was the first black student to be in an interracial school in Texas after Brown versus Ferguson. Did I say the right place? Brown versus? Okay. Yeah. So, and he almost died getting beat going to the school because they was like, I don't care what the government says, y'all not going here. So I grew up with, you're black, you're born behind the 8 ball. You have to be 10 times better than your counterpart just to be equal. Life isn't fair. You have to go. So every day I wake up expecting something to go. Life is not going to go well. See, the misconception is you're not supposed to get knocked down. It's supposed to be peaches and cream. That's not life. Life is you get knocked down and then you stand up. You get knocked down, you can't stand and sit up. You get knocked down, you can't sit up. Well, then, lift your head up. But you're always going to get knocked down. It's called life. Yeah. And once you understand that maybe you have the wrong outlook, like, why do I have to keep getting back up? Why wouldn't you want to get back up? Why are you allowing this one thing to take you? Why? Why are you laying down? How come you don't know why? You don't want anything better for yourself? You want anything better for your family? It doesn't even have to be tangible, but you don't want better for yourself. And then once you get better, you don't want better for your, now you should be looking at, what am I leaving for my loved ones? Or how am I helping the person who sacrificed all what they had, your mom, your grandma, to have their later years be their best years.
Yeah.
And if you can't drum that up, then baby, what am I talking to you for?
You feel any revenge?
No.
Like, is a success revenge?
Revenge? No. What I'm doing right now, this round, is for every woman who has been taken advantage of. Every mom out there, every wife out there who feels like they got the short end of the stick. Because I know what it's like when the rug gets pulled underneath you and someone is standing over laughing at you. So I want to show women you can get up. I want to show everyone that you can get up and you can go get your win. So it's not even about revenge, because you have to care about the revenge. It's not about him. It's about, what if I can inspire? Because there's so many women in my DMs. They're like, oh my gosh, your story, I just can't leave. Or he got all these loans in my social, so now my credit's messed up, and he won't pay the child support, so I don't have any money. And there's so many people just stuck, right? They find themselves just stuck. And it's like, I want to be the person like, hey, forget this makeup, forget this earring, forget this outfit, baby. I was right there with you. And if you just day after day after day, just show up for yourself. You ain't got to win today. Just show up for yourself, that you can get out of that funk.
How long were you married?
Technically, we're still married, so we're on year 13. I left at year 10.
How long before year 10 did you know this wasn't it?
I knew that this wasn't it, I would say, year 4 or 5.
Really? So we stay in it 5 or 6 more years.
So I am, I'm not going to say I'm the breadwinner, because we both worked, but the roles were reversed, where I'm the one that did and start. Like I was the engine, right? So 2019 was a rough year for us. He was having was it 19 or 18? He's having an affair with one of the employees I did not know at the time. Mm-hmm. And she was like our number one stylist. Our stylist made like $6,000 a month. They made a lot of money. And so when she left, she just abruptly just left. I had no idea why she left. But she left and got her own salon, and that inspired all of our other stylists to go and get their own salon, which took all that book of business. Because, the clients are still looking, trying to find, well, where this stylist is now. Now I have to go, train all new stylists, and we're having have a regroup. So on top of that year, we had 2 homes at the same time. We had our big house, and we had the house that we left from. Because, sometimes, us, we do things the wrong way. Mm-hmm. So we want a new house, we going to just move. We going to just sell that one later, right? But we ended up carrying that note for a whole year. That's like another $10,000 a month just on a house that's just sitting there, on top of, us doing the most with her, just doing a lot. And so when I saw it wasn't it, financially, I was like, I can't go, because I got to get us back, because my kids are riding on me. I got to turn this bad boy around.
So the relationship is not a good relationship, but because you're at a point where the money's not right, you feel the need to go fix that before you go get happy. That,
and then number 2, is he mean and doing all this because the money's not right? Because, sometimes when the money's not right, a person, especially a man, is, he was depressed, he couldn't get out of bed. I'd be like, hey, go read your Instagram post. Like, we can do that. Like, I'm always positive, right? And he's just like, just give me a moment. So I don't know, is it not right? because we don't have the money and you're feeling this like what's off? Because I want my kids to have a 2-parent home. I didn't think I was going to be divorced. I don't have to be happy. I just need to be respected.
I don't have to be happy. I just need to be respected.
I had a toxic relationship. I had a toxic definition of what love was. I'm that ride or die, and when that wheel comes off, I'm still riding with you. That's not what healthy love is. I've learned in therapy. We get everything back. The money's back rolling. You're still, okay, now I need to go. But do I go, or do I just not be happy? Do you have to be happy in a marriage? Are you allowed to be happy if that means that it may affect everyone else? That's where I was. I know you're looking at me like, yes, you need to be happy. And now I know, yes, I need to be happy. But over time, it's kind of like you kind of make all these things like, well, is this what it is? But my marriage had gotten so bad to where I'm like, my son is not seeing how a man's supposed to love a woman. So I need to leave. My daughter, I had a bonus daughter. My daughter's not seeing how a man's supposed to treat a woman. So I was like, we need to get a divorce. The divorce word has come up. 2020, we stayed with the divorce word, and I don't want to do this anymore.
How did he treat you?
In public, he treated me nice. Behind closed doors, it was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But an abuser doesn't abuse every single day. So he's very short, not loving, not any of that. He was not my person.
An abuser doesn't abuse every single day.
Abuser doesn't abuse every day. You have some good days, you have some bad days.
Was it emotional, physical?
It was emotional abuse, very neglectful. Whatever, doing nothing. He would do less and less and less and less and less and less in the relationship. It's like he would just keep loading things on for me to do. Just like all the burden is on my shoulder, on my shoulder, on my shoulder. And then it came to a point where I was like, you know what, Joy, I deserve better. I don't deserve this. Yeah. And I think I know it's going to break my son's heart, but I got to do something for me. But when do I do it? When do I move? And then God said, oh, girl, here you go. I'm going to give you something right here. I'm going to give you something that you're not going to be able to look past. See, we think calamities happen. God gives you what you need to pivot. He going to give you. So I found the sex video of him and the employee. Because if someone would have told me I saw so-and-so or so-and-so, I wouldn't have believed him. Wouldn't have. Oh,
yeah, the video.
Video. Let me back it up. 2 weeks before that, he's out of town on a boys trip, and I come back from getting my lashes done, and my son walks in. He's like, "Mommy, Daddy's cheating on you." And I said, Deucey, don't you say that. I said, Daddy would never cheat on Mommy. You have no idea how much I have saved this person. I met this man when he had 2 failing businesses. I literally took this person, right? I mean, because I just have some work ethic. I can take anyone with some work ethic and we can go to the promised land, right? I done got you all the way together. Like, there's no way that you would do this. There's no way. So I'm like, Deucey, don't you say that. First of all, what do you know about cheating? He said, like, Nanny's Lifetime. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, no, let's call Daddy. He's not cheating on me. So I was like, Corey, I was like, Deuce just said that you're cheating on me. Can you please tell him that you're not? I'm thinking, I'm thinking at a pool party at Vegas. Deuce know what he saw. And he started yelling at him. So I was like, Corey, why are you yelling at him? Still not thinking he's cheating on me. Still not thinking he's cheating on me.
Wow.
And so when I saw the video, it was from the same time. And I was just like, and that's just like, but I'm still thinking as a father, if you're out here being out of order, there's no way you're going to let a 9-year-old little boy see you. And so when I asked him, he's like, oh yeah, I did answer the FaceTime and so-and-so was right there. And I'm just like, I'm trying to keep the facade. I'm trying to keep my kids thinking that everything is great. It's like, as much as I'm holding on, it's like God just keeps like, girl, let this go. Like a lot of times we're holding on to things that are killing us. because we think that the opposite is not what's for us, when what's in us is what's killing us.
Wow. Ooh. Where'd you see the tape? Where you get a tape from?
So on his phone. Never been a go through your phone kind of a person. So we take a boxing class together. So we're boxing, and then he's like right in front of me. Like, he's in front of me, I'm behind him. He picks his phone up, and I see him delete a text message. Why would you delete a text message? So I was like, Corey, who are you texting that you have to delete? Oh, I ain't delete nothing. You just tripping. I ain't delete nothing. I said, okay. So he puts his phone there. So now he doesn't realize that where he set his phone down is right next to me. So I'm like, oh, well, this person gonna text, but I'm gonna see who he's texting. But so he sees I'm right next to the phone. He knocks the phone on the ground. So I'm like, oh.
So if you're watching this, all the signs, y'all just type all the signs.
Give me how many red flags can I hold, right? So I was just like, Joy, bump all these people up in this class. So I pick up the phone and I just start walking out the gym. And he's trying to be calm, cool. So I'm walking out the gym, and then something said, you better run. And I turn around, he's running after me out of the gym. So I run to the car. He's beating on the window. The window has now shattered, but it didn't like come in. It just like the whole glass just split. And so I said, oh, well, someone's texting the phone. We're going to find out today. Now, I have already been praying like, okay, God, here's my sign. I drive around for 20 minutes. The person never texts back. I go through his Instagram DM, ain't nothing. I go through his text messages, ain't nothing. A cheater can cheat good though, right? Just because you can't see anything. So he called me from a friend's phone. He was like, you went through my photos. What did you see? Your photos?
Wow.
What married man keeps evidence in his photos? I never even went to the photo. I'm thinking you wouldn't keep it there.
Clearly.
And I forwarded it to myself because I was like, I don't care what he says, you're going to have this video to remind you of this. But at first I was so I'm like, I have to look crazy because my husband is cheating on me with a little girl that we've been working for since she was 18, right? Like, this is insane. And my brother was like, if it wasn't her, you wouldn't have the strength to get up and walk away. And I said, it had to be her. Sometimes God gives you things and it has to be that situation to make you pivot, to make you leave, to make you apply for the job, to make you quit your job and he gives you that one thing. So I needed that evidence to be okay. Oh, Deuce, you're going to be in a 2-parent home. Like, it is what it is. You're going to be okay. You're going to get you some therapy. But for this, now I'll be unhappy. I'll be neglected. I'll be awful. And all of that is not healthy. And so I had to realize, Joy, you think that love is giving of yourself to make sure that everyone is taken care of and not you. And that is not love. So I had the wrong perception of what love was. But that was all baby, I'm not staying with that.
Man, because if it was a random stripper from the club,
and
or somebody...
he has a gift of gab. He can sell ice to an Eskimo. Like, you want a seller salesman? A seller salesman, right? So he may say Beyonce. I don't know what he gonna say, but I sent that video and it had to be her, because if it was any random person, I'm not gonna say, I don't know what I would have done. But it was her that gave me my strength to pack up a little bag and say, Deuce, mommy and daddy we still love each other, but we're gonna be at different homes. And that just crushed him. And that's what I did not want. But I wasn't gonna say with this. So God was like, girl, if you only knew how you're holding too many red flags. And I keep, I put a roadblock up and you hop over the roadblock, and I put some cement up and you drill in the cement. I'm gonna give you something that's gonna just.
Man. which I would imagine makes you a better coach because typically the person isn't going through a lot of the things that you went through. So it's like, it's harder to accept an excuse. That's why I do like a coach that's been through some stuff because these, people that are like, let's say pandemic, entrepreneurs, right? You really don't have, and shouts out to y'all got your money, no problem, but you haven't been through enough of the ups and downs to really understand all the stuff that comes with business. You could teach the 1, 2, 3s.
Correct.
But there's an emotional side of going up and then a season where it's not so up.
Correct.
And then you come up again and you try, and then you lose it again. You're like, how did I should have learned from the last time.
Correct.
You've got experience.
Correct.
This is good. I trust you.
Thank you. But what has helped me is in business, I've had so many ups and downs in business. Like, in business is, payroll, taxes. So it's like, I looked at this relationship as how I would handle business. So I got to get myself through the same thing.
What's your ultimate goal for you, your life? Who do you want to be?
My ultimate goal for me would be, number one, to be the best mom that I can be and be the example of what type of woman I want my son to be with. I don't want him to be with someone who's not taking care of herself, neglectful. So I'm a single mom. He comes to nail appointments. Mom, no, Deucey, when you get old, you're going to have a girlfriend or a wife, and she's going to have to get her nails done, and you're going to pay for them. Okay, and this is just what she does. So I'm trying to teach him how to be a man from a woman's perspective.
I like that.
Okay, so this is just what she does. Yeah, you're getting your hair done again. A woman has to, because growing up, he didn't. Mommy would get her nails done once a month because mommy had to work and be here and be there and be there. Yeah. Mommy didn't put herself on the front burner. So I want to be the best mom. I do want to get married again. One monkey doesn't stop the show. I think I'm a great wife.
Are you dating?
Are
you dating right now?
I'm seeing what's out there.
Seeing what's in the streets?
I'm seeing what's in.
How you doing it? Apps or just?
I cannot stomach to get on an app.
Really? Why? It's just
it's
the club just without the music. Same people there.
I don't want the club. I don't want people at the club.
But I'm saying it's a mix of the club, the office. It's all different environments in this one app. Let me try to encourage you for a second, okay?
Okay.
I got on Tinder.
Why are you on Tinder?
Well, I thought it was just a club where there's no music, and I can swipe through the things that I like.
Okay.
And I got on there, found this young lady. We swiped the same direction. 6 months later, we were married. That was 6 years ago.
You met your wife on Tinder? No.
100%.
No.
100%. 3 kids and 6 years later.
No. Really? It's just, I married a narcissistic sociopath. And my biggest fear is I feel like you can hide behind an app. You can, well, maybe I need to break out there. You found your wife.
It's humans on the app. Where do you think the safest place is to meet somebody?
I believe that God is going to walk my husband to me. If I'm at Walmart, Publix, the mall, he's going to send him to. See, God needs to come sit right here next to me, like, girl, this is him right here.
And you think it works that way?
I think it works that way.
Or imagine who you think created the dating app.
It's so much riffraff on the app.
It's riffraff in Walmart. First off, why are you in Walmart? It'll be like, what are you doing? Walmart. What are you doing in Walmart?
Grocery shopping.
Maybe. Do you look in their basket to find out? The same person that's in Walmart, same person that's in the club, same person that's at the dealership. You might find somebody at a country club, super well-to-do, right? And you're like, oh, well, this is the environment I want, but it's a bunch of stuff that come with that person. The same person that's at the country club is at the club, is at the strip club, is on vacation out of town where you meet them. They all just right there. You just get to at least see what they want you to see up front and go through the numbers. And then out of the numbers, you find some things you like aesthetically and all the things that they got, and do you filter that? There's crazy people everywhere.
Okay. So Tinder.
I don't know about Tinder being the app, but one of
You
them.
found your wife on Tinder, you said.
Yeah, but I didn't understand the rules.
Okay.
I didn't know what Tinder was. So when I said Tinder, what'd you think? Like, yo, this guy's a savage. So, example. So I was looking, I'm just dating, right? Because I think it's easier to be on there scrolling through than going to the club, and I'm not the person that's gonna approach you like, can I buy you a drink? Because that gets expensive. You know what I mean? So
Oh, you're one of those.
I'm seeing where it's a couple options where you can pick what you're looking for. Companionship, relationship, I want to hook up, right? So I'm only going for the people that want to hook up.
Hook up?
Hook up.
So you're not even looking for a relationship or companionship?
No, I am looking for a relationship, but I'm looking for somebody that wants to hook up. In my mind, hook up means let's actually get together and let's go on a date and let's connect. Let's hook up. I didn't know hook up meant like hook up. Like that. I didn't know that's what that meant. So I don't think my wife had hook up in her joint. Actually, what was cool is I'm going through and I see her. She has a profile picture. She's looking really nice. And then somehow I found maybe her Instagram was attached or something. And I scrolled through. One, she didn't have a lot of followers. And I said, she's undiscovered. And two, she had no revealing pictures. No looking back at it posts. It was nothing in a bathing suit. And I'm not saying all those things are bad. I'm just saying I'm just trying to give you the mindset of what I saw. I'm like, ooh, this might be somebody. So we swiped the same direction. We had the conversation 6 months later, put a ring on it.
When you saw her in person the first time, did you know this is my wife or she could be my wife?
No. She was just cute.
Okay.
Cool conversation. She had a child, which I was like, dang, I don't want to date nobody with a child. I did. Yeah. But so, like, people hold on to these things that they've created in their lists that they missed the opportunity.
Correct.
So now I've just made that daughter my daughter. Now she's my daughter. Now I've got 3 kids.
Right. So Tinder.
Or any other app.
What other app would you?
I wouldn't know. I'm not in the streets.
Okay.
Who got some app? You want an app?
I got a girl now, but Facebook dating is pretty good.
Facebook dating. What, you could throw some bait out there. Hey, I've been wanting to try this new restaurant in Houston or wherever you live. Anybody know something about it? That might be your bait to see who trying to take me. And you never know if you're focused on that part of your life.
Okay.
We got to try every strategy. Like in business, if you're focused on building a business, you try every avenue. It's not like I'm only going to do Instagram posts. It's like, yo, let me market. Let's figure out how I can grow this part. They need to give me a sponsorship, bro.
They do.
Tinder
an affiliate link.
At least.
Click link in bio for my Tinder
You
link.
feel me?
Yes. You just sold it. I'm about to go log on to Tinder.
Try it out. Have you met some? Have you been on dates though lately?
I've been on some dates.
Bozos?
No bozos.
It ain't the ones though.
You know what?
But they might be watching this. So.
Time tells. I got married soon. Like second date with the Bahamas, we just never left each other. So that was, let me go ahead and take, because time will reveal things. Don't just hop into something.
In this scenario, 10 years. Revealed some things. The first 5 was lit though.
First 5 was okay. The first couple, it was like, we were just so enmeshed from the beginning. Just business, we're just like tied at the hip.
Entangled.
With
an entanglement. A 10-year entanglement. Dang. And then, was it like an overnight change? Or was it like why are you acting different today?
No, gradual. Less. Always wanting to be out. We got to go to Monday Night Football. I got to have some time with the boys. Cool. But then Monday Night Football is now we got to watch Thursday Night Football, then Sunday. We're not getting an NFL check. So it's like, why are you always like, and I would say, like, this is not the marriage I signed up for. So if this is what you want, I don't want this. So, like, in the beginning, I'm like, well, let's just go our separate ways. Because at this time, Deuce may have been 1 or 2. He don't know anything.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm always throwing out, hey, if you don't want this, like, we don't have to do this.
Yeah. This is a really good conversation, especially for people that are getting out of certain relationships. Am I good, Reese, up there? Like people that are getting out of relationships or just going through something challenging. You know what I mean? Because people go through challenges and they're trying to build a business all at the same time. And it's not easy. Life is going to throw you curveballs. So lastly, if there's a couple things that you can share with someone to live a successful life, what are the things that I keep in mind to live a successful life, whether it's business, personal, relational? What would be your takeaways or your points that we got to make sure these are covered?
To be successful in life, number one, you got to be you. Like whoever you are, you got to be you. Stop worrying about what this person does or how that person does. Like, who are you? And then always show up as yourself. So be you, be authentic, do it how you would do it, how, you are enough, number one. Number two, you got to know that life's going to be hard. So you got to just go with the punches. But whatever it is that you need, God has the tools right in front of you. You may have to just repurpose them, but they're there. So you have all what you need to get whatever it is that you want. Yeah. And then number three is you got to always dream big. Like whatever it is that you're dreaming, whatever it is that you're wanting, always be adding additional goals on that list. Never be stagnant. And then I'll add number 4, you got to always make yourself a priority and don't get on the back burner trying to do all these goals. You got to always make sure that your mental health, your self-care, you got to always be pouring into you along with the business or the family, whatever else it is that you're doing.
This is a really, really good conversation. Joi, thank you so much for stopping by the show. This was like a roller coaster of a conversation. Goodness gracious. And I hope people are empowered and they feel your heart and they feel that you are someone, I believe, that is really going to be a leader in the space of entrepreneurs, especially for women, because you understand. Mm-hmm. And you've got the grit, you've got the know-how, and you've got the experience. So thank you so much, man. Please let everybody know how they can, absolutely, let everybody know how they can contact you or how they can work with you.
Okay, you can go to my website, thefirmcbgroup.com. So thefirmcbgroup.com. Or you can follow me on Instagram, Joi Hunt, JOIHUNT _ESQ.
Mm-hmm. Let's get it, man. Make sure y'all follow Joi. Anything we missed? Did we miss anything? I mean, you got X amount of years of experience on it. I'm sure we missed a lot. We're just glad to have another conversation.
Sure.
Let's go. Yo, listen, man, make sure y'all go follow Joi, work with Joi. We appreciate the support. If you hear something that you like, please just subscribe or comment in real time. If this helped in any way, send a DM or an email to Joi. Just let her know your appreciation of how you feel empowered after this episode, okay? So like, subscribe, share this with your friends. We are out of here. We'll see you next week. Peace. You just watched this whole episode. If you like this episode, watch this one right here. Click right here. You're going to like this one if you like the one you just watched. Check it out.